Hello, you're listening to Random Radio. My name's Joe G, and I'm snuggled up, almost ready to go to bed. I decided to give you guys a little bit of a show while I'm got my melatonin kicking in. Um, it's charged, so I want to look up news for you. Got Reuters, unless it's Reuters, Reuter. I know I broke my tooth on the floor at Penn Station. Russia deploys a bridge over Ukrainian. Russia destroys a bridge over Ukrainian river, cutting escape route. Russian forces have blown up a bridge linking the embattled Ukrainian city of Severodonetsk to another city across the river, cutting off a possible evacuation route for civilians, local officials said on Sunday. Jesus, that's insane. What's all the old news? Yeah. I'm so tired and I slept most of the day. Means I'll sleep all night. I don't want to do news. News is too depressing right now. I just want to do a couple minutes talking about, I didn't miss my father the whole time I was in the city, but now that I'm back with my family, I miss my father a lot. Isn't that insane? It is completely insane. And I want to talk to him really bad, tell him how my day went. And I go to bed. I keep breathing in deep and getting dizzy, holding my breath. And I know I've said that a million times, but I'm still trying to fix it. That's what I want to do instead of do a show. I want to hold my breath. That's horrible. I should just do the freaking show and who cares what it's about? Although I want to do. Listen, I'm really sorry about that guy who was changing his gender that was going to eat people looking for donations. I'm sorry I gave over the floor to him. That's the last time I gave over the floor to someone else. This Pandora's box thing has to be policed. You have to police the internet. It's where people go when they want to do something wrong and they talk about it. You got to talk them down with not just bots. You got to talk them down with suicide or help hotlines. Picking up the garbage and putting out cigarettes. Clean it up so they don't get people in mental health. What they did for me is they got me in for mental health. And like, I can't buy a gun because I'm schizophrenic or schizoaffective. I have psychosis, NOS, and schizoaffective disorder with a hit of bipolar. And I take I take Haldol and Celexa and Cogentin. Now, just saying that that's what they did for me. Could be different for you, but you got to get on. You got to get those guys on the bandwidth of being helped, like they helped me. That's what I mean by policing, getting everyone help and protection before they need it. I know I don't step on anyone because everyone's looking at that like that. That was wrong. I know they have a few problems, but then they're not the best. But as a unit, they're great, and their ideas are great. They're not the best thing you could have. You could have a red coat if you didn't need anyone, or a sheriff. But the police are very important, and they are the best. I didn't mean to say they're not the best. I mean to say they are the best because they could have screwed me. They just kept taking me to the mental institution to get help. And I think that's exactly what I needed. I was just cursing at people. I wasn't smashing or grabbing anything. I wasn't stealing. I was just asking for money, and sometimes I found it. But, it's unfortunate that people want to do this, and the only way to help them is by not procrastinating, but progressive policing. It means to get the people mental health before they need it and before they pick up that gun, so they're flagged. And definitely raise the age to 21. That's the only thing that makes sense. You can't smoke. You can not smoke weed, but you can have a gun. You can't drink a drink, but you could have a gun. That's insane. That is insane. The police aren't bad people. They don't have the best PR, is what I meant to say. And because those guys who stepped on that guy's neck, George Floyd, they need help too. And they need to aggressively police their own departments to make sure that they only have people out on the street that want to do the right thing and will do the right thing. But who's to say that wasn't the right thing in the moment? They stepped on my head, but it wasn't a real police officer. It was just a guy who said he had a warrant on me. And when the police got there, they took me to the hospital because I was bleeding all over the floor. They're the best when they work with the sheriff. That's clean. I don't know, you guys. They're the best for me. It wasn't not a voice in that said they weren't the best. That was a voice in that. Anything I have to explain is like a voice in that screwing things up. I don't want to say anything bad about them because I really cursed them out when I was homeless. And they still tried to help me, no matter what I said. And that means a lot to me. Especially being on the air and what I chose to not bring on the air in that way. Because they had some hard takedowns on me, man. But when I put my teeth out, they didn't want me to break them. And they didn't want to break them. They were holding my head. So I couldn't hurt myself. Hello, Moto. And they also put their feet out when I was hitting my head, the real police. A lot different than those other guys. And they show up in a lot of numbers for me. There's like 100 police whenever I get taken in, other than in Penn Station where they have the regular guys and take me to the hospital. Anyways, just wanted to say that. And I'm going to do a full show tomorrow. I'll do like 2 or 3 hours and see if they kick me off. But Yeah, we need to police the internet and get these guys identified that are going to shoot up the place and make sure they can't get a gun. And that's it. I'm sure the redcoats say police like that. Thank you, God. Anyways, that's it for me for now. This is Random Radio signing off.